Okay, what's up, YouTube? I'm back on the video. I know I took time off, but in today's video, we're going to be reviewing 10 scary ghost videos from the YouTube channel Nuke's Top 5. And before I start the video off, one of my YouTube subscribers, I Am Dragon, put me onto this information. And like I said, this information is nothing new. But for those who do not really delve into this type of information, this research, and you become bombarded, or you put your mind in a box into one subject and you think that's all there is, well, you are in for a rude awakening. You're in for a rude awakening. And once this stuff starts becoming more and more manifested into this so-called physical reality, you're not going to know how to react to it. You're not going to know what to do. And it don't matter what name you call on, those names are not going to save you. Because we are in a dense form, the lowest of the lowest of dense form. And once this physical form drops off, you continue to live. You're able to move objects just so as you did when you have a physical form. But once the physical form drops off, you still have all your senses, and they tell you in these so-called religious texts that the dead can't speak, and the dead can't talk, and the dead don't remember. But that's not true, because once you see these videos for yourself, and if you have the courage to watch them, there is not going to be any doubt that in order for you to move things without a physical form, you have to have a brain to think. Okay? So, like I said, my YouTube subscriber, I Am Dragon, put me on some information. More than likely, once I put probably this video up and maybe another one, that will be my I'll pretty much be done making videos, because this right here is unexplainable. Anybody who comes on this channel and tries to say that they know how this stuff is really actually working, you are gladly mistaken, because you cannot put what I'm about to show you into any book, or you cannot try to explain this stuff like you was here from the beginning on how all this stuff went down. Now, I only have pieces of the puzzle, you know what I'm saying? But even myself, I do not profess to know everything. All right? Now, let's go. If I have to make two parts of this, I will. But as far as delving into so-called history, no, this goes way beyond that. How come your camps aren't teaching this stuff? How come the so-called conscious community is not talking about this stuff? I don't know if they might be scared of it. You know what I'm saying? You have people that's in a metaphysical. You know what I'm saying? They try to break this stuff down, but they have not even scratched the surface. So let's go. Let me pause this.
Come as much of us things went down.
Okay, so these people are visiting this haunted house, and you're gonna see that these so-called spirits, you're gonna see for yourself. I'm gonna stop in between to get my commentary, but you're gonna see for yourself.
The house is said to be haunted by one particularly violent spirit that the house's owners refer to as Dr. Yeager. One of the visitors, Victoria, lays down on the bed in one of the rooms and jokingly...
Now look at the date. Look at the date on this. This is September 28th, 2020. This year. Now check this out.
He starts taunting Dr. Yeager. It did not go well.
As you can see, she was yanked off the bed. This was not a fall. and then they ran out. We're going to rewind that, and we're going to show you in regular screen.
You see that? That's power. That's your so-called, they say that God is omniscient, omnipotent, he's everywhere at all times. Well, guess what? That's what happens with spirits. Or the so-called, when your physical form drops off, you have all your senses, but you are but your physical, how can I put it? When you so-called pass on, the shell drops off, you know what I'm saying? But the so-called astral, if you want to call it the astral body or whatever you want to call it, that is there. But it's undetectable by physicality, human eyes. But the only thing that can pick up on it are cameras. Okay? Let's go. Let's keep on going.
Something seems to violently yank Victoria right off the bed as her friend.
Now don't try to come on this channel and say those are demons, because the word demon, that's a new word. You know what I'm saying? Because who gets to say what's good and what's evil? Who gets to say those are angels and those are demons? Or just because they act in a violent nature? Because you got people around here, you got people on the earth that act violently, that act like demons. Okay, let's keep on going.
And look on in terror. The house has a static black and white security camera in every room, and it catches the action as Victoria is pulled off the bed.
That's power. Yanked her ass right off the bed. They come in that building talking shit. Provoking these spirits, these people who have passed on, provoking them. You know what I'm saying? And they was in for a rude awakening. And I'm not coming on here being racist, but it's always these white people, these Europeans, doing this stuff, provoking these spirits. And you wonder why they come up missing. You wonder why they was come up dead. They can't leave nothing alone. They gotta mess with nature. They gotta mess with they go into the tombs, dig up the bodies, and I just don't understand. But let's keep on going.
And the group makes a run for it. One of the guys is so shook, he even drops his phone and just leaves it on the floor behind him. Now, cut to almost 1 hour later, around 3 a.m. A guy named Drew wants to test this alleged paranormal activity for himself. So he enters the same bedroom and immediately begins taunting the ghost of, quote, Dr. Yeager. He says that the spirit is a coward, and that if he really wants to attack someone, why doesn't he try attacking a man instead?
Look at the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
Before I can even finish my sentence, I'm in the air.
Alright, we're gonna pull it back. Did you see he got pushed?
So, Drew got his wish. He is violently shoved by something, and then he almost knocks down his two friends while making a mad dash from the room. It should be noted here that Drew has gone on record as saying that he will never set foot inside the haunted Hill House ever again. But it gets even weirder. After Drew is pushed and he and his friends run from the room, something seems to yank the door shut behind them. If you watch closely, you can actually see the doorknob move as if it's being pulled. So is the haunted Hill House one of the most haunted places on Earth? Would you go into that room and taunt the spirit of Dr. Yeager? Let me know down in the comments.
One of the most...
Let's keep on going. Let me
Invisible Friend. TikTok user Luan, also known as Joshua Luck from Mexico, had a TikTok account dedicated entirely to his 2-year-old son. Luan operates a general store on the first floor of his house that he shares with his wife and children. Then one day, Luan's video content drastically changes as his 2-year-old son begins to claim that he sees what he describes as a terrifying invisible child. This alleged invisible child scares Luan's son. At 4 in the morning, Luan is awoken by unexplainable.
Estuvieron abriendo la tienda o algo así, pero no. No sé qué pasa.
Something on camera that he can't explain. A chair moves on its own. Over the next few days, the unexplained activity seems to intensify every single night. Things fall off shelves without explanation. The family starts to hear whispers, and late at night they hear a light tapping sound coming from inside.
Now check this out. Now I want you all to see this. Now, this guy and his wife, or his girlfriend, are laying in the bed, and what you see right here is like a dresser, or like a file cabinet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? A closet that they have their clothes in, and then they're gonna start to hear tapping sounds coming from the closet. And watch when look at what you see pop out.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es? Se abrió. Espérate, cálmate. ¿Hay alguien ahí?
You see that just opened up by itself?
¿Te podemos ayudar? ¿Necesitas algo? Dinos. ¡Sí, se asomó alguien! Alúzame.
Now this is not fake. This is real.
Espérate, alúzame. No hay nada, mira, no hay nada. No sé. ¿Sabes qué? Vamos con los niños. Vámonos con los niños, yo creo, mira. Aquí no hay nada. De este lado tampoco hay nada. Aquí tampoco. Vámonos con los niños, vente.
Luan and his wife are lying in bed when the closet door swings open on its own. Then something seems to peek out at them from inside the closet. Luan rushes.
You see that? Go back.
Then something seems to peek out at them from inside the closet.
Right there. See that? Right there. Don't try to come on and say, oh, the demon, because you don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? All we're doing is speculating and assuming. We wasn't there in the beginning to see how all this shit went down. There's so much shit out here that's unexplainable.
Luan rushes over to look inside, but there's nothing there. His wife seems legitimately terrified. They take the kids and leave the home for the night. Of course, eventually, Luan and his family have to return, so they decide to do an overnight recording session, hoping to catch some evidence of the strange activity in their home. What they capture is downright chilling.
No inventes, mira todo lo que se cayó, se cayeron cosas, mija. ¿Te prendes tu cámara?
Sí, ya no estoy grabando. Deja grabo acá de este lado donde se cayó. Y yo me voy y grabo de este otro donde está la cuna.
Bueno, a ver.
Let's see what you got, Ocular.
Let me pause that. All these ads popping up.
Es que mira, también acá está oscuro.
Did you see it? Luan claims that his phone battery died right at the moment he captured something terrifying on camera. A face with glowing eyes is staring right at them from the entrance of the store. But the bizarre activity didn't end there. On another night, Luan hears something knocking on their door. He turns on all the lights and once again starts recording.
Murmullos.
Now I'm fast forwarding some of this stuff to preserve time on my camera. But like I said, if I have to, I'll make 2 parts to this. Okay?
Aquí en el baño. Venga.
Goes to the restroom. Something knocks on his bathroom door. That's when things get truly bizarre.
Amigos, estoy en el baño. Me está tocando la puerta. Me siento muy nervioso, no sé qué hacer. Tocaron otra vecina.
Now how would you react to something like that? Okay? How would you react to something like that? Now this is part 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it right here, upload this, and come back and make a part 2. And if you want to, I'm not you can do this at your own volition, your own validity. You can go to this guy's channel, Nuke's Top 5, and watch all of those ghost videos that he has on his channel. And if you say that all that stuff is fake, dealing with these poltergeists, you know what I'm saying? You are you are not using you are using one side of your brain. You know what I'm saying? You are not fully aware of your surroundings, because you have spirits that's all around you. You can't see them, but they can see you, and you have to ask yourself the question: why are you not being attacked? You know what I'm saying? Like if these people are being attacked by these unseen forces, how come you're not being attacked? So let me stop it right here. Come back and make it part 2. And if you have the courage to watch this, I highly advise you watch this, because it's only going to get worse and worse. This stuff is becoming more and more clear every day, and no religious text is not explaining this stuff on an in-depth level. Not even that book called The Wasp. This shit is unexplainable, man. You can't explain this. Can't no book explain this. This is unexplainable. All right, so stay tuned. With that being said, peace.